Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the first sports episode here. We're talking a little bit of trade deadline. I know it's been a week since. We talk a little bit of the Mcefw and what I kind of seen what's better about the Mcefw and the NFL, and I'll give my top 10 predictions in the draft and where I think each team is going to be going, the top 5, and then I'll do the top other 5. See, the first top 5 will be going like it's Detroit, New York, Miami, Cincinnati, and Washington. I think let's actually start with, I know Cincinnati is the top pick, and we all know it's going to be Joe Burrow. Now, do the Bengals need a quarterback? Yes. Burrow, is he better than Tua? I mean, if Tua didn't get hurt, we would have most definitely probably would have seen LSU Alabama in the championship game. We would have found out who would have been the top pick if Tua didn't get hurt and Alabama did not suffer those 2 losses. I'm pretty sure we would have found out who would have actually be the better top pick there. More athletically, I would go with Burrow. I think Cincinnati's going to go ahead and go with Burrow. That is consensus pick by everybody. Football-wise, yeah, I understand that they want to trade Dalton, but honestly, I think Cincinnati should keep Dalton if they do go with Burrow, and at least, keep him for another year, and then, have him help Burrow, and then go ahead and trade him. I'll tell you why. Because, Andy Dalton has been with Cincinnati for about 7 years, and he does know their scheme. Burrow, I just don't think, I may be wrong, I don't think he's ready yet. He may, but I know he'll probably be the top pick. Let's go with number 2, Washington. I think they'll go with the best defensive pick out there. and that is Chase Young, the kid out of Ohio State. Now, the reason why I say that is I don't think they'll risk another second pick on a quarterback. Just because last time when they picked second, it was totally a bust, and that was RG3. I don't think they'll go quarterback. I think they'll go defense, and the best defender out there on the defensive end, he's an outside pass rusher, is Chase Young from Ohio State. Again, he was fit. Now, another team that may go quarterback, but if they don't, they'll probably go receiver, because they need some receivers. I mean, they did trade Odell Beckham last year. That's the New York Giants. Now, look for either the kid from Alabama, one of the two kids from Alabama, to go here at this point. They also need defense. Looking at cornerback. There's one from Ohio State that may be interesting. As well. And then we have so either with the Giants, I would say they'd probably go receiver here. And it'd be one of the kids from Alabama. Now, here's an interesting one. Detroit. What are they going to do with Stafford? I heard that they want to trade him. I heard, they may trade the pick. Will Miami move up? Or will teams that need a quarterback move up here? Now, I would start looking at that. More interesting than seeing what Detroit does. If Detroit does stay with that pick, I would look at an outside corner. And you got another kid from Ohio State. Or some offensive line help. You know what I mean? And there are some good offensive line. I just don't know their names. Because, I live in South Florida. And we really don't get... I do watch... But I don't really watch the SEC that much. Or Pac-12. It's mostly ACC country here. And you don't really get that much on ACC. So I really don't know that much about the offensive line guy from Ole Miss. You know, basically. Now, Oakland, you don't know what they'll do. Will they stay with David Carr and Amari Cooper? I mean, no, they don't have Cooper no more. Dallas has him. I mean, are they looking at receiver here? They look at defense. Can they look at another quarterback? Tua or Herbert from Oregon? Or will they trade? I mean, it's interesting to see from 3 through 10 what would happen. Because you're looking at least 3 to 4 teams that would need a quarterback in the top 10. You're looking at if Rivers leaves the Chargers, you know Miami needs a quarterback. Detroit, you don't know. Cincinnati is going to need a quarterback. But like I said, they'll probably go with Burrow. So yeah. Now let's go with Miami. Do they take Tua? Or do they take one offensive line guys? Do they trade down? Do they take a receiver? Or do they take defense and then use the other 2 picks to get some offense? Now, another, like I said, is the kid from Oregon, Herbert. I mean, I do believe Miami, if he's still on the board, will take Tua. I mean, that's what probably they were building the season around, is getting Tua. So yeah. I think Miami's gonna take Tua. Honestly, if there's no trades, if they don't trade up, or a team like the Chargers don't trade up and try to get Tua. There's also Herbert. Now, I mean, honestly, I feel, the Dolphins are going to probably blow it and take somebody else. But, I mean, I don't understand why. But I've been questioning this team for most of my life. When I think something goes right, they find a way to fuck it up. So, basically, I have no faith in them. So that's my top 5. I think Cincinnati will go Burrow. Washington with Chase Young. Detroit with a corner. If they don't trade it, or they may go with a quarterback, Herbert or Tua. New York with some offensive line or defense, and then Miami. Now let's talk. It's been a week since the NBA deadline, trade deadline, and there were a few interesting trades. No biggies that much except for the D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins. You've got the Clippers making a somewhat kind of big move, and the Heat getting Andre Iguodala for Justice Winslow, Deion Waiters, who was later, and Josh Johnson, who was actually moved to Minnesota. So it was a 3-team deal with Memphis, Miami, and Minnesota. And then you got Drummond going from Detroit to Cleveland. You got Andrew Wiggins going to the Minnesota Timberwolves for D'Angelo Russell going Golden State to Minnesota. Miami, they've been on a little slide since the trade deadline. But, people have been hurt. But once they all play together, I'm sure they'll get together. Butler and Iguodala will figure something out. And they can be the number 2 seed if they start to figure out how to play better. Losing Winslow wasn't really that bad. Waiters and JJ haven't really been anything in that much. Now, Drummond to the Cavaliers. Honestly, Cleveland's a rebuilding team. I don't understand that move. The Clippers getting Marquise Morris. It makes him a little bit stronger. D'Angelo Russell in Minnesota, that's another that I really don't know why that move was made. Now, the NBA trade, the deadline moves, again, there wasn't really that many big moves. I went over those. The winners, I would say the Heat and Clippers. Now, if Miami could get healthy and put it all together, watch out. I think they can be the second best team out there in the East. The Clippers getting Morris solidifies their bench. Yeah. So, the winners are Clippers and the Heat. Now, for XFL, I did see a couple games. I didn't get a chance to watch them all yet because I've been working, but it was very impressive. I like the XFL. I like what they're trying to do now, how they're showing communications, unlike the NFL does. You can hear the referee getting to the replay booth, which is something that the first time that Vince fucked up on. Honestly. So yeah. I think that it'd be better this time. Do stay tuned. I will be doing a full review on week 1 tomorrow night or Saturday, whenever I get a chance, and preview week 2. Like I said, I haven't really seen all the games yet, but I will be able to. Tonight, the Mcefw debut of WXT women's minor division here on this network, as well as the Sonic movie. I will be going to see Sonic later tonight, so I will have a review of that up later on this channel, on this new network channel. Until then, I'll see you tonight later. Don't forget Mcefw tonight at 8 o'clock. Well, it's not the Mcefw brand. It's our minor brand. And then we'll have a special show tomorrow. Nitro. Valentine's Day. Mixed tag special. So I'll see you then.